can do the most ridiculous thing, but if you own it, people will still be drawn to you. Hey, my name is Darz. Welcome here. Sorry for the echo. It's completely empty in here. Probably heard me say that in a recent video. But on this channel, we are challenging the comfort zone, growing and expanding and learning. So we do uncomfortable things. We do things when they're not perfect. And we try things like, this is the most dressed up I've ever been on my channel, I'm pretty sure. Go back to any old video. I'm probably wearing a hoodie or a robe or a blanket. I used to think people cared about how perfect you look or how impressive you are or what accomplishments you have or what kind of job title you have or what things you've done or places you've visited. But I've learned it's not about any of those things. It's literally about your presence. Think of people in your life. There are some really awkward people, maybe potentially socially awkward people that people are still drawn to and attracted to. There are maybe some people who are very low income, maybe don't dress the best. People are still drawn to those people. And then there are also people who are like, they have so many accomplishments, they went to the greatest school, they dress like the most perfect, the best, and yet people aren't necessarily drawn to them. Maybe drawn to them, but for the wrong reasons. You could be like superficially drawn to them because you're like, oh, they have money, I want money, you know? You can also think about, celebrities that you might really admire or other people that you really respect or be like, oh, I wish I could be like that person. If you look at them and think about what it is you like about them, it's probably not what you actually were expecting. When somebody else is unapologetically themselves, they don't give a rip what anybody else thinks of them. They're just expressing their true, unique self. That person is giving all of the people around them permission to laugh or snort or be stupid or be weird and just allow our own inner expression to come out. We're just wired to respond to that type of authenticity. It makes us feel comfortable and protected and like nothing that we do is going to cause that person to think badly of us or judge us in a negative way. We are attracted to all different types of people. We're not like, oh, I'm only attracted to rich people or I'm only attracted to people who dress a certain way. We might be really attracted to this one person that swears up and down the wazoo and is dressed completely raggedy and maybe, doesn't care about their looks. We might also be drawn to someone who's very put together. They like to wear a certain style. They like to dress a certain way. That basically means the same thing. They do their hair. They, keep their facial hair shaved, trimmed, or their other hair. Just like to be in their presence because we feel good. We can let ourselves loose. So instead of asking yourself, do I look good enough? Or am I being funny enough? Or anything, am I being enough of X, Y, Z? Try asking, am I being me enough? Am I letting other people let their guards down? Am I just comfortable in my own skin? Can I freely express myself around other people? Those are the things that people actually notice. Because honestly, I'm sure you've seen people doing crazy things in public. If they are doing it with no regard for, you can tell when somebody is like doing something so uncomfortably, like if somebody was sweeping a restroom floor with a tiny little broom and just very focused on what they're doing and just very comfortable about doing it, you might think it's funny, but then you're going to be like attracted to that person in a way because you're going to be like, wow, that person's just like so confident. They don't care. On the other hand, if you see somebody else sweeping with a tiny broom and they're just like glancing around and they're super nervous and they're all slouched and they just don't know what they're not comfortable there, you're gonna be like, ooh, you just get this kind of like weird feeling like you don't really want to be around that person. If you're confident about what you're doing, you can be a very strong magnet to anybody, anywhere, anytime, no matter what you're doing. People aren't gonna remember how you looked at a certain time. They're gonna remember how you made them feel being around them. And being confident and comfortable and letting other people around you let their guard down isn't being arrogant and full of, I'm trying to think of the word, your head, balloon head, your head isn't bloated, your ego is big-headed. What do they call it? Confidence and that magnetism and attraction to people is just self-acceptance. Like, I am comfortable with being me and expressing it around other people, which feels very safe for other people to be around. You'll find that those little awkward things or your little tics or weird things that you do, they become charm when you stop apologizing for it, when you just like, that's just me. And it's so contagious. When you're being like that, when you're embodying yourself that way, other people want that freedom too. They just want to be around you. They're like, how can I be like that person? But they're looking at the wrong things. They're like, oh, I have to dress that way. Oh, I have to say that thing. No, you have to do what yourself is truly, authentically coming up with and being like, being. Don't go trying to impress other people with, oh, I got my Chanel bag or whatever. I got my, some people say Louis Vuitton, I think, but some people say Louis Vuitton. Like, I don't know. I've never had one of those things. Anyway, you don't impress people by those items. Trying to impress other people by being not yourself makes you forget yourself. Like, it eliminates any space that you had to really let yourself shine, your true self. So stop trying to impress by doing things that you wouldn't normally do. Do things that you would normally do, because being you is the impression. I'm still learning how to do this myself. I hope my YouTube channel at least is a place where it feels like I'm authentically myself and that you can be yourself, like commenting down below, because guys, I've been getting more views lately, but I've been getting less comments, so I gotta figure that out. Obviously there's something on my part that I need to cause more engagement. But anyways, thank you all for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.